We don't have Mugabe now with Mnangagwa. So what stops him from coming back? But Strive Masiyiwa is a thief. And he's robbing us as local people. Billionaire my foot. We've not seen the investment of Strive Masiyiwa. I would rather be talking even on my side of my mouth. I would rather be talking about Chivhayo. Yeah, at least there are few people driving his cars. I could rather talk about Chimhuka. I can see Trababulas. Don't ask him how much it costed, but we're driving now. I would rather talk about Tagwirei. I can, but I was treated at Arundel. So far where I'm sitting right now, and I'm speaking from experience and knowledge, I've not seen a businessman in the country who has invested his money in the country more than Kuda Tagwirei. I raise my hand. From hospitals, to roads, to infrastructure, to political parties, to banks, to insurances, to mine. People might call it a monopoly, but he had the money to do.
And do you think we'll reach a point where we have the one Africa, or it's just another pipe dream?
If I can have the power of the gods when they go to Africa Union, I wish I could put all our presidents in one basket and go and throw them in the Indian Ocean. Kill all of them.
Why?
They are the weakest link. They don't want us to unite, because once we unite, they will lose their power as presidents. But their presidency is not benefiting the continent. It's benefiting them. As some of them have turned our economies into private family businesses. So they are not good for us. They are good for themselves and good for their handlers who have bribed them.
Oh. And I heard that you visited Burkina Faso.
Yes, I'm going back again next month.
Yeah.
There are 1,000 Americans who have received citizenship in Burkina Faso. So I'm going there with ADDI, Mama Chihombori, with Patrice Lumumba, PLO Lumumba, and myself to welcome those 1,000 Pan-Africanists and Black Americans who have been given full citizenships in Burkina Faso. I might even get one for myself also.
Yeah, that will suit you well. But there's a lot of positive PR on the Burkina Faso leader.
Yeah.
Is the PR matching what is happening on the ground?
I was there. Yeah. I saw the tomato factories. I saw the constructions. I saw the roads. I saw the agricultural projects. I saw the universities. Burkina Faso is under construction.
How different is it from what is happening in Zimbabwe?
Oh, Zimbabwe, are doing very well. Very well. Don't even listen to the public media of opposition politics. When MDC, CCC, and the Devele thing that is always complaining. I mean, the road right now between Bulawayo and Victoria Falls is under construction. Beautiful projects happening there. Manise is here. One of the biggest steel companies in the whole world. Of course, I feel bad. I wish Strive Masiyiwa had been the one to invest here. But unfortunately, the Chinese have done that. And then you have these stupid little young boys on the internet who are complaining about the Chinese taking over our country. And on the same page, they're saying Strive is the biggest billionaire in Zimbabwe. But we've not seen the impact of his billions in Zimbabwe. In fact, Zimbabwe has one of the highest data costs in the whole world. The whole world.
They argue that maybe the economy.
No, Zigo, you're a grown-up boy, man.
Yeah.
How bad can we be that you're a billionaire on the top 10 in the world? In the country where you come from, you can't even subsidize their data. I bought data this month. If you don't use it by the 20th, 26th, the data expires. I mean, if I leave my milk in the fridge, why do I come the following day and my milk has disappeared? If I buy data now, how does data expire? When I gave you my money, but I did not use it. It's like putting my $10 in the bank. I come back 2 days later, you tell me, no, your $10 is expired. How does my investment and my money expire in your hands? Strive Masiyiwa is a thief. No, cut it and put it like that. Strive Masiyiwa is a thief.
But what are the reporters? And it
I
to
don't
regulate and monitor.
Don't even, he got the contract from the Zimbabwean government.
Yes.
Ever since he got that contract, he's trying to make money. He's not put his foot back here. He's complaining, hey, Mugabe, did not treat me nice. We don't have Mugabe now with Mnangagwa. So what stops him from coming back? But Masiyiwa is a thief. And he's robbing us as local people of our own data and information. He's not even improving the infrastructure. Half of the country in Zimbabwe does not have access to internet. I don't have access to telephones. I must go up a mountain half a kilometer away to kwira mugomo, to kwira mumuti.
Yes.
Kundiwane signal. But then I'm paying.
Yes.
And he's supposed to be world favorite person, the billionaire. Billionaire my foot. We've not seen the investment of Masiyiwa. I would rather be talking even on my side of my mouth. I would rather be talking about Chivhayo. Yeah, at least there are few people driving his cars. I would rather talk about Mutasa. At least we can see Joina City. I would rather talk about Chiangwa. At least we can see a few of his buildings around. I could rather talk about Chimhuka. I can see Trababulas. Don't ask him how much it costed, but we're driving now. I would rather talk about Tagwirei. I can, but I was treated at Arundel.
Yeah.
I would rather talk about people that even in an enigmatic silence, political clout on the international platform, but their investments can be visited. I can walk up to Bluff Church. I can walk up to Bechnaf School. I can walk up to Solusi and see $8 million in agriculture and pivots that are running. I can walk up to Gweru and see the investments of Kwande, the biggest wheat producer in the world. Right now, we have more than 2 years worth of wheat in the country. We're not going to be importing any wheat. I can see Arundel. I can see impact. But I can't see Masiyiwa's impact in the country, except data that is missing on my phone and poor network, the whole country. And people want to idolize. I know he has bribed a few people to manage his media platforms so that he's seen like he's a good person. The other day, I wonder if he even wanted to run for presidency. He cannot run for president from New York. The only thing I saw that he bought 2 penthouses in Manhattan, $46 million each, with the money that we are here giving him while he's over there. I have no respect for Masiyiwa. And he then runs around with a religious thing. Hey, God is what? God is what? Hey, bugger you with your God. I've not seen that God working on the continent.
There's a term that popularized, ZVIGANANDA. What's your understanding in it, Amy?
A political system that does not colonize itself and takes power from the colonial system remains as a subject and a servant of the system that oppressed it. During the Smith regime, whites owned the banks, insurance, all major sources of income were in white hands. But I don't know what's wrong with you Zimbabweans. You chased the white people away when you took away land from them. Standard Bank closed, ABSA closed, FNB closed,
Kingdom Bank
closed. And when these banks close, who must create new banks? Apparently, when you open a bank, you're ZVIGANANDA. The fuel pumps closed. When someone reopened the fuel tanks, ZVIGANANDA. The food supply closed. When someone produces wheat, ZVIGANANDA. So I don't know what's wrong with you. Because the world does not allow for a vacuum. So when the people, the white people, who were running the Zimbabwean economy, felt the economy was no longer conducive for them, and they walked away. There is no crime when a black business person starts doing business with the government. And by the way, when you have not started taking contracts from government, you are still small business. Because the government is the biggest. Supplier, consumer,
customer.
Of your goods. Because you know what you are doing, you ukapoa contract the government. Waenda. As ukangopoa contract the government. What wachi?
ZVIGANANDA. But they say that their business practice is not ethical, it's not traceable, it's corrupt.
Chakanakira nyaya iyo ndio kuti amuisi nyika into sanctions. Muva blocker from international fair trade space. Kana votanga kuita zvavanofana kuita kuti vasurvive. Moti vari evil. Because Zimbabwe was not allowed to take loans, to get transactions, to get debt alleviation from the international community.
Yeah.
So what does Mnangagwa do? Can I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Takes diamonds, sells them. Takes gold, sells it. Takes platinum and sells it. And takes the money and improves the infrastructure. In your own country. That government is corrupt. Why? Because the government must not do any business. It must just do management of the infrastructure so that the multinational companies continuously loot the system. That is how democracy works. And when you create SOEs, state-owned enterprises, which are able to do business profitably and bring it back in the institutions, the international community does not like that. Well, it is their space where they must give you loans, which you know you can't pay. And then that's how ISAP worked. Economic Structural Adjustment
Program.
Where IMF gave money to Zimbabwe at loan rates of 6 to 9%. With the international communities is 2 to 3%.
Yes.
Debt, servicing, fees. So you give an African government those kind of monies, which you know they can't pay. And in 2 years' time, you can declare them junk because they can't service their debt. The sanctions was a breeding ground. ZVIGANANDA. Munhu wose akata business from 1999, 2004, 2016, 2017, post the Mugabe era. Tichiuya kunoku. Munhu wose akata mari ZVIGANANDA. Kutotangana kasi kuwere. Na my Grace Mugabe. Wonder kana definition ZVIGANANDA ichireva someone who made benefit from the government contracts. Then all the business people in the country, including Masiyiwa, Chief ZVIGANANDA. Where did he get the contract from? Was that contract not given by the government?
Yeah, he got it from the government.
So if the definition of ZVIGANANDA means anyone who does business with government, ZVIGANANDA, then show me one businessman in the country who is not ZVIGANANDA. Let's talk about the people that have invested in the country. So far, where I'm sitting right now, and I'm speaking from experience and knowledge, I've not seen a businessman in the country who has invested his money in the country more than Kuda Tagwirei. I raise my hand. From hospitals, to roads, to infrastructure, to political parties, to banks, to insurances, to mine. People might call it a monopoly, but he had the money to do that and that and that. But Zimbabweans don't want to look at it like that. Don't put a black man. It must be a white man. So you'd rather have an Australian person come to buy Shamva mine. You'd rather have an American coming to buy Mberengwa platinum. You'd rather have an Irishman come. But it must not be a black man. Because once it's a black man, it's corruption. But if you as black people don't occupy the space of investing in your own country, hence I say I wish Masiyiwa could put his money where his words are. Don't make noise from where you are. Because you know, Zimbabwe, most of them, their mines, their properties, the developments, the industries that need to be developed. Strive is nowhere to be found. He's sitting with Rothschild, Nana Bill Gates, discussing how to sterilize and reduce population in Africa. And I must sit here and call him the best businessman in Africa. No. His interest in our continent and our investment cannot be matched. We don't know where he is. We don't know where his money is. He was actually declared a bear in Britain. Citizenship in Britain.
Now we've got my Chinese. They are occupying my mines, my hills, my chi, and there are a lot of complaints about environmental.
You will not get rid of the Chinese until you begin to include serious Zimbabweans who can come and occupy that space. So let's not complain about the Chinese. Let's complain about Masiyiwa, our billionaire in the world. 5th or 6th rated richest man in the world. And his own country is being looted by the Chinese. But we can't see his money here. So why can't he bring his money here? And the kind of infrastructure development that you need to build, man, is 180 million, 560 million. Where can you find a Zimbabwean that has that kind of money to invest it into that?
Ayo, but don't forget about mining. If you were in the cabinet, you would be part of an Arugazira mineral policy in Zimbabwe. What could it be? The
first policy I would put that 30 to 50, 60, 41% or 59% of all investments must have local people as stakeholders, especially the kings and the traditional leaders and the community where the minerals being done. I just received the report where the Chinese are digging into someone's house, literally. And they left a pit more than 60 meters deep. It was Kromianga to another place. And they're gone. How do you create such policies? First thing I'll do to make sure that there is a proper environmental backup system, and make sure that wherever mining is happening, if you are digging on my plot, I must become a shareholder, and there must be a proper rehabilitation of the land where the minerals are being collected. Otherwise, another 60 years from now, Zimbabwe will become a dumping site, a ghost mine, where you dig here, 10, 15, 60, 80 meters, it's finished. Next hole, please. Next hole, please. Kimberley is the best example. Oh, you pay $200. Here's the biggest man-made hole in the world.
Yes.
And you must pay to go and see the hole. Who asks what was in the hole? And
diamonds,
where is it?
Diamonds.
And where is it?
It's in UK.
Go to Johannesburg. You were there. I met you in Johannesburg. Go to Gold Reef City. Go to Springs. Go to Soweto.
They are now
what kind of mountains are those?
Yeah, they are man-made mountains.
Made out of what?
Made out of the dams.
What happened to the gold that was in there? So are we saying development is actually remaining with a country full of holes? Then we say, oh, Johannesburg is developed. And I feel sorry for some of the South Africans, by the way, who think that where South Africa was in the 1800s, that's where Zimbabwe is right now in Zambia. We're still on open cast.
Yes.
We've not even started going down. So the riches and the wealth that Johannesburg experienced, Zimbabwe will experience that in the next 10 to 15 years. We are going to see a boom of business.
Bishop Bozo.